thoughts on what happened to Kaz and where he might stand for the rest of the preseason?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll find out. He just goes so hard that, things can happen, but it's too early to tell, right now.
Is it disappointing just that he missed the first two at the end of camp, came back strong, seemed to have momentum, and then...
Yeah, let's see what it is. We don't even really know at this point. But that's the NBA.
Having Davion back in the mix, how good did that feel, and what can you see even in this brief stint?
Well, you definitely feel his presence defensively. His point of attack defense is elite, and he's, what he really provided for us last year was that attacking, paint touching nature. He's really aggressive, and he makes a lot of good plays when he gets into the paint. All of that fits with what we're trying to do.
And is the thought that even just playing him just the first half today, that by a week or 10 days from now, he will be up to speed?
Yeah, that's it. He wanted to play more, but this was part of the plan, and hopefully if everything goes well, he can play a few minutes tomorrow night too.
What was the sort of the approach with sitting most of the starters as well as Drew and Simone tonight?
We had a really tough practice yesterday, and I was prioritizing that, and I knew I'd play them, one of the games, so figured they'd just get some individual work today, and I'll be ready for them all.
Pella, one of the best things he does is his aggression, but we saw the foul trouble again, 4 very early fouls. Is that a concern, or just go as hard as you can for as long as you can and deal with the whistles?
That's part of, learning the nuances of how to defend, use your aggressiveness, which is a strength of his, but, limiting and knowing when it's too much. I think with more time, he'll get better with that.
The other day you mentioned Khalil's plus minus, so what should we read into his performance tonight?
I'm encouraged by it. Look, everybody has so much attention, on him and what I'm going to say about him. He's getting better. You can see the talent. There are points in the game, where there's swing points where it might be the play to make or the decision to make that's not quite there. But I would much rather coach somebody who's willing to be coached, who can put up 24 and 10, and figure out how to get those winning moments during the course of a game. And that's where we are. But he did some, impressive things. I love the way he was on the offensive glass. And we'll just continue to work with him.
Coach, NBA preseason, the Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat. What's your takeaways from a game like this?
I mean, it's always going to be physical and hotly contested, between the two franchises. And the way our current teams compete, it's going to be extremely physical. They won the battle tonight and in Puerto Rico, just on the glass, the 50-50, the skirmishes in the paint. And we'll have to own that, as we prepare for the opening night.
Coach, when key players don't play and young guys get an opportunity to showcase and get more minutes, just talk about those opportunities for guys, and some of those gentlemen played tonight.
On both sides, but we have a history of guys that didn't play early on in the preseason, all the way to the last game, and then made an impression on us, and then made a career with us. But we'll have to just continue to forge ahead and see if we can create a few more of those moments. All right, thank you.